Yeah.
Roll camera.
Speed.
Scene 4E, take 3.
Frame.
Action.
Hello, Disney, Mr. Shaw.
Okay, silly, you can stop. Okay, now, is everyone familiar with the plan? Okay, to your positions then.
Cut. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
You want to get the punch-ins?
I've worked in a movie theater since '97, and I've always been a film buff, and I've been like threading projectors and working here for almost 2 years. But I was just talking with my friends and stuff, and we thought it would be a good sitcom to have follow around people that work in a movie theater. So I thought it'd be cool to film like a 10-minute short and submit it to some festivals, and maybe it would get noticed, and you could pitch it as a sitcom.
Mm-hmm. So walk up, and then move to the right. No, yeah. Like start from there. Yeah, and then start from there.
Rolling.
Scene 4B1, take 1.
Frame.
Action.
Kate's film is just about, people working in a movie theater and the work that they do and the mundaneness of it and some of the egos and attitudes of the managers that are in their superior positions and stuff. I just have to try and think of films that I guess kind of fall into the same genre that are like done visually interesting in the way I would like to see it done. So I think they've had a general idea of what some of the shots would be and stuff like that, and then I wasn't able to make the meeting because my car isn't like dire straight. So
You know what? I'm just gonna. We're gonna see how well the autofocus acts as my assistant camera. See, the thing is, it's easy to me or it's the camera that does it like automatically.
Yeah.
If I follow her with the automatic focus, it won't do it quickly. As like the professional you do is just the focus to manual. You mark on the focus ring the 2 points where she stands, and you have another person here moving focus when she moves to get the focus perfect. Since I don't have an extra person or tape or anything right now, I was going to just let the autofocus do it. Which it might go out of focus just for a second, but it'll probably pick it back up real quick.
Floor?
I was talking about the wall.
Because at the end, he like moves it around and then.
Yeah, it's definitely challenging. I mean, right now I'm just, running a boom and getting all the dialogue and the extra sounds of the scene. And of course, sometimes you have to kind of get off to a weird angle and contort yourself a little bit to get the boom mic somewhere where, it's not in the shot or casting shadows or anything like that.
This isn't.
well, we're pretty wide, so we'll have, and I don't know how close we'll be able to get.
Well, this sound should be really great because.
Right, but he's just thinking about the boom guy like actually being in the shot. That was what he's saying.
I don't care what we use. If you want to use that, that's cool.
Well, it's up
We
to
can
you.
just
I don't
tape
care.
it to the camera.
And I think as far as smaller films, independents, I think lighting and sound are both the mostly overlooked ones. And lighting mostly because of budget, sound is probably because I know a lot of people consider it an afterthought, but I think it goes hand in hand. It's just as important as the videos, getting a good sound bed, getting good levels and everything.
Okay. So basically what you're trying to do is figure out what lighting scenario you're trying to match this with. If this is supposed to be going on after a movie's over, you know what it looks like, right? And basically you've got these overhead tungsten lights on.
Yeah.
No, just the lights. Because you got to figure out where the light source is coming from. It doesn't matter what they're doing.
Yeah.
You got lights in these stars and you got these tungsten lights overhead. And so most of your light hitting them is coming from overhead. So whenever you see somebody in a movie theater, they've always got shadows coming like right here, whatever. This is obvious. It looks like all the fluorescent. We don't have like, professional lights. We have like, we don't even have like lights you'd use in college, I guess. I don't know. We just have like, I guess they're pretty decent. They're decent if you're in a room that's like 4x4 and you're lighting someone's face and you're shooting a close-up. But so other than that, we've had to make some artistic choices that I guess would fall under the maybe realm of amateurish, but I'm sure it'll all cut together nicely. I don't know. If you want
The
to,
cutaway
it might be interesting to turn those on and then sit them right underneath one of the tungsten bulbs. You know how they, 'cause you know how they spot the seats. You know? That might look interesting.
I'm getting a little frustrated because, well, you know, like this scene right here. I worked hard for half an hour getting a really, really good, cool lighting stuff, and then they come in and they take it apart and turn it into some wimpy theater-style lighting. You know, all the depth is lost, all the cool stuff's gone. I find it sort of fun.
Yeah. That's good.
You got the strip lights on?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Shadows. We've been having lots of problems with shadows today. And shadows are a fact of life. You're going to have them. Yeah, you want to eliminate them, but they're going to be there. So it's a give and take process.
See that shadow?
I guess that's okay.
I can open up too a little bit.
Okay, turn that light off. That's good.
Okay, so you can stop now. Okay, now, is everyone familiar with the plan? Okay, to your positions then.
You know, we're trying to get them to do like different things and be a bit spontaneous and find out how spontaneous they were and, you know, what their levels were, like their emotional levels, like if they could do, really happy or really sad or whatever. And you try to give them like a few different directions to see if they respond and if they listen and if they're, open to constructive criticism and if they take direction well.
I play the character of Clark, who is new to working at the theater. It's his first day, and he's just trying to do a good job and impress the boss and make sure he's doing everything right.
I play Robert. I'm the assistant manager of the theater. Been here way too long, take my job way too serious.
My role is Jake. Basically, I'm a kind of a prankster. I like to basically make the newbies' lives miserable as much as I possibly can.
It just kind of comes to you. I mean, you either are born or not born an actor. And then with all the training in the world, it just helps you fine-tune your skills. If you're not an actor, you can't be an actor. You just never will be an actor. You have to be born with that desire, with that need to perform in front of other people. It's almost like an addiction. Mm-hmm. It really is. You have.
We moved down here almost 2 years ago.
That button you just pushed.
Because I heard like great things about the film scene down here and theater and music, and we came down and the city is, gorgeous, and you get all these like cool things to do, and the weather's great, and everyone's just really nice, and then you have all these resources.
Stand in frame. Yeah.
Which I didn't have where I was from, like in northern New York.
Right there.
So I think it's good. I think it's really supportive, and it apparently, seems to keep growing.
So who's in charge of the ushers today?
Mr. I Have a Plan has arrived. I saw him prepping his ushers for today's big rush.
I'll have to come down and see how that goes.
Like all of his other brilliant ideas.
One of these days, you might get it right.
Do you think Blue Man Group will be co-ed by then?
Why?
Because I may be ready to join by that time.
Okay, Shelley, you can stop. Okay, now, is everyone familiar with the plan? Okay, to your positions then.